I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast.
I'm going to spend a couple of pep talks talking about punishment and rewards. And this is so ingrained into our parenting, the punishment and reward system, that it's really difficult to step out of it. However, when I began to understand what the results of punishment are and what the results of rewarding children are, I started to look for ways to think outside that parenting box of rewarding and punishing kids. And the idea is that parenting, it's the adult's job to catch kids being good and give them rewards, and then to catch them being bad and mete out punishment. But what happens when the adult or the one who's directing this is no longer around? And most research has demonstrated that kids who don't learn and what we call an internal locus of control, they don't develop responsibility, self-discipline, self-control, or any of the things that make them be responsible, respectful, good social citizens, leading to happy, contributing lives. And in fact, a heavy-handed approach to parenting often is associated with disruptive and aggressive behaviors, particularly when the child's away from the parents or the other disciplinarians if they're very heavy-handed that way. One of my favorite resources in the whole world on this is a book called Punished by Rewards by Alfie Cohen. And he is a fabulous researcher. He's been around forever. He has such groundbreaking ideas, and most of it's really buried in like academic journals. He's pretty scholarly, and also he comes in more of an educational background, meaning that a lot of this stuff is directed at teachers. But I found it to be extremely valuable as a parent. So I'm going to read a quote from him, from his book, Punished by Rewards, about the reward system. This is from Alfie Cohen. The unsettling news is that rewards and punishments are worthless at best and destructive at worst for helping children develop such values and skills. What rewards and punishments do is produce temporary compliance. They bias obedience. If that's what we mean when we say they work, then yes, they work wonders. But if we are ultimately concerned with the kind of people our children will become, there are no shortcuts. Good values have to be grown from the inside out. Praise, privileges, and punishment can change behavior for a while, but they cannot change the person who engages in the behavior, at least not in the way that we want. No behavioral manipulation ever helped a child develop a commitment to becoming a caring and responsible person. I'm going to say that again. No behavioral manipulation ever helped a child develop a commitment to becoming a caring, responsible person. No reward for doing something we approve of ever gave a child a reason for continuing to act that way when there was no longer any reward to be gained for doing so. And I think what Alfie Cohen is saying here is that if you want to teach a child to be a better person, a caring person, a more responsible person, you can't beat that into them. You have to figure out how to allow that to come from within the child. And that, if I had any problems with Cohen's, and I might be saying his name wrong, it's spelled Kohn, if you're going to look him up for a resource. But what he's saying is that if you try to do this from the outside in, it's not going to work. You have to allow the child's own goodness to come from within himself. Oh, and what I was saying is that his research, it's great information, but I found the practical application to be a little shaky. So that's what I've been working on all these years is, if I'm not going to use rewards and if I'm not going to use punishment, what am I going to do instead? So for today, I want you to look at how many ways we're living in the reward system of, if you do this, you'll get that. Notice all the times where you want to tell your child to go clean their room, and you'll say, if you clean your room, then you'll get an ice cream. You know, if you be a good boy, then I'll let you play at the park an extra half an hour. Notice all the times that we're implementing a reward system. And the next couple of days, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the punishment reward system from Alfie Cohen, and then I'm going to throw in my own 2 cents in terms of some of the ways that we can get around doing the punishment rewards and be raising caring, responsible kids. Have a great day. Happy parenting.
Thank you so much for joining me here at the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. I assume you're here because you're getting something out of these daily pep talks. And wouldn't it be great if more parents could hear more about these ideas for their children? And you can help me in a great way by liking the episodes, by sharing them on your social media, and especially by providing a review on your platform of choice. So if you could do me a huge favor and do that, it would really help get this out to many, many, many more parents. And we can all help our children feel more seen, heard, and understood, which is my life's work, is to make sure that all children feel loved and appreciated and that we can discipline them without breaking their spirit. So I hope that you've enjoyed these podcasts and will continue to enjoy them. And I really appreciate any support you can give me here at Positive Parenting Pep Talks. Thank you so much. Have a great day and happy parenting.